Hello everyone, my name is Yuri from Mouse, and we are here for the final track out of the season. We are at COTA, Circuit of the Americas. Nice flowy track. It's a bit flat, it's a bit like a parking lot, but if you can imagine that you're racing close to the grass everywhere instead of off tracks, it's a lot of fun. So, about the off tracks, there's a lot of them, need to be very careful. If you want to look where they are, let's dive right into it. Alright, so here we are on COTA, the Audi running full race field as usual. And this track is a bit like a parking lot with curbs that kind of guide you how to drive, but you kind of need to learn where the off tracks are and how to take advantage of it. So we'll go over that in this guide. So here you want to get your inside wheels as close to the curb as you can on exit, without quite getting there. Then only go to the right side. And brake just before the white line. Inside tires slightly touch the curb there, but not too much. All the way close to the curbs, the orange curbs on the inside here. And limit your input from the pedals, but keep the speed up. Keep it tight here, it's really important for a good exit. Avoid that curb on the outside there at all costs. Want to run to the outside here where the green starts, brake just after the white line. Apex late for a good exit. I want to stay to the right on a long back straight, but we can't run two wheels on the red because then you might get an off track. You only want to run to the right side when the green started here, like just before the 100. And run a bit on the inside curb there, but not too much. Open the next right hander up. Keep it tight. Run on the inside curb here, back in the straight line. You need to hit the second apex here at least. And you can run wide and leave the third apex for what it is. Lots of understeer here. Close again to the outside track limits. Just before the white line. That's the lap around COTA. Right, so let's have a closer look from the outside cam. Turn 1. We want to not go too far on the red on the outside. It's a common thing you'll see around the track. If you run more than half a car width over this white line, at some points you get an off track. But we want to open this up the moment it starts to go green. So that we open up the first corner as much as we can. It's on top of the hill, so the car gets pushed into the ground so we can brake really late. Braking before the white line and slowly get towards the inside already. Try to maximize for a good exit. Next right hander is fully flat. You can just about touch the inside curb with your inside wheels. If you touch it too much, you get the off track. Get as far to the right as you can to open up the first zigzag. It's kind of Suzuka-like, except for this one's totally flat and there's tarmac everywhere. So the only reference we have as apex are these orange anti-cuts. So the first one we want to go flat out. As far to the left we want to end up as we can, because the second one is a brake. And again, we want to end up in the middle of the track at least. We don't want to run too deep. Same here, we want to aim for the anti-cut again. Get as close as we can and we use it as our apex. And then we see the curb apex quite early here, but again we just want to use this anti-cut as our apex, so we run a bit over the curb here on the right side, and we use this as our first apex. Then we run a bit wide in the middle, and then around the sign here where the bridge is, so under the bridge we have a second apex, and then after that we try to keep it tight. Try to be around the entry curb here, as a reference to open up the next left-hander again. And again, the whole time, try to keep the speed up and not have too much brake or throttle input. So slowly bit on the brake, keep it tight here. Open the car up, the next corner up from at least the middle of the track. And we go down to second gear here and you try to hug the inside curb. And you can just about touch the curb here. You can't go all the way on the curb with the inside tire, that will be an off track as well. And we keep it tight like this to open up this corner a bit. Should be close to flat. So not a big lift beforehand. Close to flat again, close to the anti-cut. Be very, very careful here of the off track. If you touch this curb with the inside wheel, you get the off track. And we get ready for quite a blind corner, especially if you're not running triples. You see all the marks here, brake to the inside. We want to brake straight. We want to brake from my cockpit view. It looks like just after the white line. If you look from the outside, we brake exactly at the white line. We want to brake in a straight line. And we're all the way on the outside here to open up the straight. So we need to think our apex is around here. And we try to open up the exit because we have a long straight afterwards. Again, touching the curb on the right side will be an off track. And on the straight, again, you want to end up on the right side here, but you can't run over this red. So you have to stay right side tire on the white line until we get onto this green. This green has just as much grip as the track. And we want to brake just before the 100 marker. And slowly bring the car to the inside. We can use this curb a bit here. Running too much over the curb will get you off track, but running closer to this yellow here will be fine. Keep in mind this is one of the curbs that don't look like it has an anti-cut, but it's still elevated a bit. And we try to open up this next corner. It's really tricky. Slow it down a lot to not run too wide. You don't want to run all the way to the left side here. Keep it around the middle of the track. To hit the second apex here, you run all the way over it. And you want to brake as much in the straight line as you can to the outside and then bring it tight again. Again, on the inside, you can run a bit over the curb. This looks flat, but it's not quite flat. And we get a very tricky corner here. With the setup I was running, I was having lots of understeer here. So I don't want to run too tight on the first apex because it's easy flat. I want to come from the outside and then hit the second apex here. And then from the second apex, we don't have to completely hit the third one, but you want to stay a bit tighter than I did. As you can see, I had understeer there. Bring the car a bit more to the right. If you can avoid that understeer on the last corner, a bit more to the right, have a bit more engine speed. And this corner, if you watch Formula 1, you know that this one's very tricky for track limits as well. Keep your left side tires off the curb. The moment you feel them going onto the curb, I was getting an off track. Again, the red, don't run more than your half car width onto the outside. It'll be an off track as well. And then the moment the red's over, we go to the right side again. We open up the corner and we brake just before the white line. And then we try to get a good exit for start finish straight. Don't run too much on the exit curb here either. Also be an off track. Start finish straight. And that's the lap around COTA. Right, there we go. I think the track can be more fun than it looks like. It's a bit flat, but as you can see through the S's, it's a lot of fun with the weight transfer of the car. Another full season of VRS done. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Hope it was fun for everyone to watch. Hope everyone had a good season of iRacing as well. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see everyone next season.